A billionaire was swimming in a pool, unaware that death had already arrived. At that moment, Jack pressed the remote control, instantly activating the air decompressor. The glass supporting over 200 tons of water began to crack. The billionaire frantically swam toward the edge, but it was too late. The entire pool plummeted from the sky with him inside, killing him instantly. This was no accident, but a carefully orchestrated revenge. Jack was an intelligence agency cryptanalyst. Days earlier, his wife had encountered a terrorist attack while on business in London and was brutally murdered by 4 terrorists. Upon learning of her death, Jack vowed to make these killers pay in blood. Jack used his professional access to retrieve all surveillance footage of his wife's murder, and through his expertise, decoded and identified the 4 criminals. The billionaire who just fell was one of the terrorist organization's leaders. Jack had studied the suspended pool's structure to find the perfect murder method. The second target was a female terrorist with severe asthma. Through surveillance, Jack discovered she went to the hospital weekly for cardiopulmonary training. He bought out an entire flower shop's inventory, disguised himself as a doctor, and infiltrated the hospital. He locked the woman in a sealed treatment room and disconnected the air tube, attaching a bag filled with pollen instead. Massive amounts of pollen flooded the sealed space, instantly triggering an allergic reaction in the woman, who coughed violently in agony. Jack demanded the terrorist leader's location, and facing death, the woman had no choice but to comply. But the glass door's soundproofing was too effective. Jack had to open it. The woman seized her chance, bursting out of the room, knocking Jack down and fleeing frantically. Just as she was about to escape, a speeding car struck her, causing fatal injuries on impact. Jack picked up her phone and quickly left the scene. After cracking the phone's password, Jack used the dead woman's identity to send a meeting request to the third target. The man agreed without hesitation and arrived to find several large boxes. Jack called, saying the boxes were full of gold and asking him to verify the amount. The terrorist greedily opened the lid, instantly triggering a light beam bomb. If he released the lid, the bomb would explode immediately. Jack appeared and threatened him to reveal the boss's location or be blown to pieces by remote control. The terrorist was forced to betray his leader. After obtaining the intelligence, Jack coldly said, "Jump fast enough and you might survive," then left as an explosion sounded behind him. The final target was Sam, the terrorist organization's true leader, hiding in a Russian port. Jack came prepared, wearing a tracking watch that would automatically send a terrorist attack alert to the military if he left Russian territory. Sam discovered Jack and tied him to a yacht for execution, but the yacht suddenly rocked violently. Finnish naval forces and Interpol surrounded them. Only then did Sam realize the consequences of angering intelligence personnel. Facing armed encirclement, he could only surrender. Through intelligence and professional skills, Jack successfully completed his revenge for his wife. All 4 terrorists met their justice. The blood debt was finally paid. This seemingly ordinary cryptanalyst proved with his mind that intelligence is far more terrifying than violence.